Good morning, YouTube. I was sitting here looking at some videos earlier of people that are building their own cages out of plywood and stuff like that. I do also. I like to design my own stuff as well. I think it's a great hobby. It's fun to do. But I've noticed there seems to be a trend, people having a hard time trying to come up with the measurements or layouts or things like that. So I wanted to do a quick video. This is just it's about a program called Google Sketchup. If you've never heard of it, I suggest you look into it. I'll post a link to it in the comment or in the description below. It's like a CAD type program. You can use it to develop all kinds of things. They have a free version that you can use at home. You don't have to pay for it, so that's all really cool and neat. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over just basically building a 12 by 12 by 24 inch cage. It's all out of 1/2 inch plywood. You can customize it. You can do whatever you want to with it. You can change up the plywood. You can use different types. In the cases where I build my cages, I usually use sanded plywood. It's good base. It's It's already sanded and everything else, so it's just nice to work with. It looks good. You don't have to stain it. You can stain it. Whatever you want to do. Let's get started with this thing. We're going to lay this out as a 24 by 12 inch cage. All right, it looks kind of small there. Now keep in mind, I'm not a professional at this. This is just something that I do for a hobby. This isn't my job or anything like that. I'm not giving instructions on how to use Google SketchUp. I'm just showing you basically just a quick rundown, if you will. So what I've done so far is I've created the actual basic box itself. This is going to be the structure out of plywood. Again, it's 12 inches high, 12 inches deep, 24 inches wide. Got to draw some lines on here. What these lines are going to represent is this is going to give us the actual thickness of the plywood itself. All right, once we got that, we need to select the box itself. Now we're going to draw the inside layout. Once that's done, we can push this out back, and we're going to go 11.5 inches. What that's going to do is that's going to ultimately give us a 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, and then the back wall is also going to be a 1/2 inch. So if you could imagine building exactly this box right here, that would give you the start of everything. Go ahead and get rid of these lines here real fast. Now in the case here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build a front on the box. Now what this is here is this is going to be like just an inside structure, kind of a thing to stop a door, if you will. I'm going to make this a 1/2 inch thick. If you're wondering why I keep clicking these things and making group, what it does is once I do that, this functions itself as one individual piece, so I can move it all around where I need to. In this case, it's going to sit flush in the face of the box. Once that's done, I need to come down here and then I'm going to draw some more lines. Let's redo that again. Alright, come in a 1/2 inch here, same thing at the bottom, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, and 1/2 inch here. Oopsie. Alright, once that's done, I want to select the face itself. We're going to do just like we did with the main box. Just draw some lines here real quick. And then in this case, we're going to push this out to 0.5 inches. What that's going to do is that's just going to completely delete out everything in the center. Now you notice we're still left with just that little kind of a frame that we were working with for the door itself. And now we can actually hide these and you can see the frame. But I want to unhide right now for the time being because now we need to build a face for it. What I usually do is I'll come in here, just draw out just the face itself. Once the face is drawn, I want to bring that out another 1/2 inch. So now we have a face. But we need to get rid of some of that. So we'll make this a group so we can work with it easier. I'm going to use my tape measure. I'm going to come down 0.5 inches. Now if you notice also, Google Sketchup is actually remembering the things that I'm doing so far, so I don't have to go in and retype every time I want to make that adjustment. It's just automatically snapping to it. All right, now that my lines are done, we're going to select that area. We're going to draw this out. Oops. You know what? I've already made a mistake. Let's go ahead and take these lines back out. Because what I want to do is if I come in a 1/2 inch, that's not going to be quite enough. So let's do, say, 3/4 inch. Like I told you in the beginning, not a professional at this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now, select this, we'll draw our lines to knock everything out, and then we'll dump the center, 0.5. Now, if you notice, we have a face on the box, and you can see the ribs that are on the inside. Those are basically going to stop the door when the door closes. Okay, now I also like to draw miter cuts. I think the face looks a whole lot better if it's miter cuts. If you can't cut miters, don't worry about it. It's not something that needs to be. It's all something that it's just personal preference, and it's also, to me, like I said, I think it makes it look good. I like it. All right, now we'll go in here. We're going to quickly draw just a door. This is going to be the actual glass door itself. Okay. Same thing that we've done before. We're just going to continue to go right on back and do this again. What we can do also, just to make things a little bit easier, is we can go through and hide the other parts of our box that we've already got built. We don't need those anymore. Now, same situation as we've done before. We're going to use a tape measure. We're going to come down a 1/2 inch on each side. Going to draw the lines just like we've done everywhere else. A lot of this is repetitive stuff. Alright, so now we've got that knocked out. There's our basic door right there. We can get rid of all the other lines that we've done so far, or use measurements, if you will. One last thing that I like to do with all is just so I can kind of visualize how this is going to look. I'm going to pop this in here. This is going to actually be a piece of glass, and we'll do like a 1/8 inch thick piece of glass. Now once that glass is in there, we can work with it just a little bit better. Alright, now as we've got that, we can come in here to our materials. Let's change the color of our glass. There's our piece of glass, if you will. Something didn't take place just right. Let's hide that. Yeah, that's not quite right. So actually going to get rid of that and redo this a little bit better. All right, now one more time, let's try to draw this again. All right, just for the sake of ease, I'm going to go ahead and hide everything else that we've got built so far. We're going to bring this out 1/8 of an inch. Now we're going to select the entire thing, make one more group. Okay, so there's our actual piece of glass. Now, yes, there we go. Okay, so that actually represents glass. And then as far as the rest of the stuff, we can go ahead and unhide everything. And if you want to see what it'll look like when it's complete, you can use this section over here of materials. In this case, if we're going to use plywood, we'll change the color of the box to plywood. Usually everything that you're using up front or creating up front, the door and structure and whatnot, that's always going to be hardwood, pine, oak, again, whatever your choice is. So there we have it. There's our actual cage itself. Now I've already developed this thing, or should I say designed it, once already, and I'm going to go ahead and build this. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. The only thing that you'll need to do at this point in time is just come up with some sort of a venting or something like that. Usually I'll just frame out a little section over here, cut a square in the sides, put a little piece of screen in, put some wood over the top of that, and that way nothing can get in, nothing can get out, and then it gives your animal plenty of ventilation on the inside. Go ahead and get rid of this. Like I told you, I've already developed this or designed this, and this is what I've come up with. This is just 6 different boxes sitting on top of each other, and so I'm gonna get to it. But if I supply wood, I'm gonna build it. I'm probably not gonna stain it. I might not. We'll see. And once it's done, we'll show you again what it looks like and everything. I'll probably make a video of the actual building of the cage itself in the shop, so that way you can kind of get an idea. Again, not a professional, so you can see. I think I'm probably in the intermediate level maybe, because I do have enough tools, table saws and stuff like that, that makes it easier. But again, you can build this thing using nothing more than a jigsaw, a skill saw, something along that lines. So anyhow, if you do like what you see, subscribe, like, share, comment. If I can help you, let me know. Be glad to do whatever I can. So thanks, and have a great day.